Imagine being alone on a dark highway miles from civilization when suddenly you encounter something unexplainable. Something terrifying. Tonight, we uncover 3 true horror stories that truckers have faced on their long hauls. From phantom hitchhikers to ghostly stalkers, these chilling tales will make you think twice about what lurks in the shadows of the open road. Stay with us as we dive into these spine-tingling encounters. Share, and subscribe if you dare to hear the haunting truth of the dark roads. Jason, a long-haul trucker, was driving through a remote part of New Mexico late at night. The road was empty, and the night was eerily quiet. Jason spotted a figure on the side of the road, a young woman thumbing for a ride. Feeling sympathetic, Jason pulled over and offered her a ride. She climbed in, thanking him profusely and shivering from the cold. As they drove, Jason tried to make conversation, but the woman gave brief, vague answers. The atmosphere grew tense and silent. Jason glanced at the passenger seat, and to his horror, the woman was gone. He pulled over, frantically searching the truck and the road. There was no sign of her. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. The next day, Jason stopped at a diner and shared his story with other truckers. They told him about the legend of the phantom hitchhiker. Jason later went to his truck, never forgetting that faithful night. Every time he drove through that stretch of highway, he felt a chill. Even at home, the memory haunted him. Other truckers shared similar stories, adding to the legend. He often wondered if she would appear again. Each rainy night brought a renewed sense of dread. He shared his story with his family, who could hardly believe it. Jason knew one thing for sure: some legends are born from real horror. Mike, a seasoned trucker, pulled into a quiet rest stop for the night. He settled into his sleeper cab, ready for a few hours of sleep. The night was still and quiet, the occasional sound of passing vehicles the only disturbance. A few hours later, Mike was jolted awake by a strange scratching sound. He listened, heart racing, as the sound moved around his truck. He peered out the window but saw nothing. As he was about to lie back down, he noticed a shadowy figure near the back of his truck. Grabbing a flashlight, Mike stepped out to investigate. He called out, but there was no response. The figure had vanished, leaving Mike uneasy. The next morning, Mike inspecting his truck, he found footprints around his truck and scratch marks on the side. He reported the incident to the police, who told him about similar reports from other truckers. Mike never stopped at that rest stop again. He remained wary of isolated spots, always checking his mirrors and listening for any unusual sounds. Dark roads and haunted highways await. If you dare to hear more spine-chilling tales, subscribe now. Or you might find yourself alone in the dark with no escape from the horrors that lurk in the shadows. Don't miss out. Click subscribe before it's too late.